Example 45. A hexagonal prism of side 30 mm and axis 60 mm long is resting on a corner of its base such that its axis is inclined at 30 degree to HP. Draw the projections when the axis of the prism is parallel to VP. So this is a little bit trickier question here. It's a hexagonal prism with side 30 mm and axis height 60 mm, and it is resting on a corner of its base. So here you need to read this once again. Corner of its base. You have to understand this carefully. It is resting on a corner of its base. So a hexagonal prism will have two bases, bottom base and upper base. So the bottom base has corners and upper base also, but one of the corners of the bottom base is resting on the HP. This will mean that the hexagonal prism is inclined to HP, and that inclination angle is given as 30 degree, but the axis is but you have to start by taking the inclination with the axis. So you have to incline the axis first, and the axis is as usual parallel to VP. So we will first imagine this. So from the previous problem, now you see that the hexagonal prism is directly resting on the HP. So, but here in our question, it is mentioned that it is resting on its corner. So now you can see that I am holding the corner of this hexagonal prism. Just wait a minute. Now you see here at the bottom, I am holding one corner. A corner is a point where two edges meet. So with this corner stationary, I will rotate the hexagonal prism. Now you see that the corner is resting on the HP, but I am just rotating the whole solid. But the corner is on the HP itself. So in any way, the axis is parallel to VP. So let us say this is the inclination angle given in the question. As it is given 30, I will make it somewhat more slope here. Just wait a minute. So let us say this is the 30 degree angle, and now you can see that it is going beyond the first quadrant. I can bring that back to first quadrant. Somewhat it's not required, but actually for understanding purpose. Now you see that in your front view there will be three rectangles which are visible. It's very easy. Triangles, but are inclined to the HP. And from the top view, you will find that there will be hexagon, two hexagons, but one will be completely visible.
Question so as we have seen that it is inclined to the horizontal plane, but we will first assume that it is resting on the horizontal plane, and it is resting on its base on HP. So which means that we will get a top view as hexagon. Now I will use 2H pencil here because this is not part of your solution. This is just our assumption to get the dimensions of the main diagram. This line will be very light. On any time you can, if you don't understand this, you can use the problem, you can draw the hexagon as we did in the question number 42 by using the protractor scale. But I recommend you use this because it's very time saving. There you go. We have got all the sides again with the 2H pencil. So this completes our top view. of assumed hexagonal prism. This is your xy plane, and I am projecting all the corners, also the axis line. In this question, it becomes very necessary to mark the points, corner numberings. So the axis height is 60. So this completes our front view and top view. As for the numbering, 1, you can take 2 here also, but I am taking 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is 1 dash, 2 dash, 3 dash, 4 dash, 5 dash, 6 dash. So when we are now, we will come to our question. In this question, it is mentioned that the axis line is inclined at 30 degree to the horizontal plane. So I am marking one point here, somewhere here. Now I will take the angle of 30 degree. We'll just draw the axis line first. So our beautiful axis line is completed. Now I have to tilt this figure align with this axis. For that reason, as you can see here, this you will get around 60. You can measure from here also, from this end to this end. Yes, it is 60. So our base is 60. So we have to make sure that it is aligned first. That is, the drafter is now making an angle of 30 degree with the HP, and now as we go along, we have to just adjust if you get this line, you will see that almost your diagram will get finished. See that the 60 mm line is touching the horizontal plane and 30 mm line is touching the axis line, which means you will have 30 mm portion here, 30 mm portion here. Now I will take the H pencil itself, because this is my final answer, final front view, and I am taking 60 mm directly here. Now I will mark these points. As this is symmetrical, these two distances will be same here and here. And observe that as this is 4 dash point and this point has been tilted touching the HP, this I am marking as 4 dash. Then this point becomes 5 dash and 3 dash. This point becomes 2 dash and 6 dash. This is 1 dash. As you can see here, 1 dash will come here. This is our final front view. Now to get the top view, we need to project the lines, again using the 2H pencil. Taking projection lines from each and every point. From the top view also. From this point also. So there are so many lines, but as we always do, we will match points and it will become easier. So you can see that point number 1 in this top view is here, point 1 dash is here. So when we match, we'll get a point here, and second point is here, 2 dash is here, here is a 2 dash, so we'll get one more point here. 3 is here, 3 dash is here, so we'll get 1 point here. 4 is here, and 4 dash, one more point here. 5 dash, 6 dash. So this completes, and in this same way you have to complete this also. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As you can see here in this top view, this portion will be visible, this contracted hexagon will be visible. So I will first darken this with the 2H pencil. This portion is visible from the top, that is why I am darkening. But these edges will not be visible from the top, that is why this would come in the hidden lines. And as it is a hexagonal prism, this line will be visible, this line is visible. So with this we complete our exercise number 45. But we need to dimension, and the most important dimensioning is here is this angle, which is given as 30 degree to the HP, and the other things, the axis height, thirty.
This is the final solution of your hexagonal prism inclined to HP, which is resting on one of its corners. So this was our assumption that it is directly standing on the HP, and one of the one of the face was parallel to VP. So this was the assumption, and we have tilted this because it was mentioned in the question that it is inclined at 30 degree to HP. So this corner is resting on the HP,